Hello and welcome to this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for joining the stream as well. I really do appreciate it. Today we're going to be watching Crystal Palace taking on Tottenham Hotspur. Now for me this one will be an interesting game because Palace are so good against the top six, and Spurs are doing very well themselves this season as well. So we need to keep that into mind, but they're usually really good. Abib, thank you much for tuning in. 3-0 Spurs win. Son, Kane and Højbjerg to score. I think it'll be tight. I think it'll be tight. I really do. Just bear with me one moment. So Stephen, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, not too bad, thank you. I've done my hair again, so it's not as rooty as it was before. But yeah, I've done my hair. Hope you are doing very well yourself in the States, of course. So we'll have a look at quickly at the team lineups before we get started. Guaita is in goal for Crystal Palace, as he usually is. Klein is at right back. Kouyate, Cahill, Van Aanholt, Eze, MacArthur, Milivojevic, Schlupp, Zaha and Benteke. Now I had a really bad time trying to pronounce Milivojevic's name a few years ago, and I couldn't do it all, and I was live on stream and I really couldn't do it, and I practiced for ages. Lloris is in goal for Spurs. Aurier, Alderweireld, Dyer and Reguilon are the back four. In Ndombele, Højbjerg, Sissoko, Bergwijn, Son and Kane are the team for Tottenham Hotspur. On the bench for both sides, we start with Palace. The goalkeeper is Jack Butland. Riedwald is on the bench also. Batshuayi, Ayew, Tompkins, Townsend and Joel Ward. The team on the bench for Spurs are Lucas Moura, Roden, Lascelles, Joe Hart, Doherty or Doherty, Davis and Dele Alli. Missing players, Lamela has a calf injury, so he is injured. And then injured for the hosts are Nathan Ferguson, Wayne Hennessy, Kelly, Mitchell and Connor Wickham as well. So they are all out. So if we have a look at where they are in the standings, of course, Tottenham currently prop up the league and are top of the league. Not a prop up, that's a total wrong thing. But Tottenham are top of the league with 24 points level with Liverpool and would go 3 points ahead of Liverpool were they to win, with Liverpool playing later. I think Fulham, they've got Fulham, haven't they? Yeah, away at Fulham. So Liverpool will probably get that win for sure. Crystal Palace are down in 13th place and have won 2 of their last 5 games, winning against West Brom last weekend and win against Leeds as well. Both comfortable wins, 4 and 5-1 respectively, but losses in between that to Newcastle, Burnley and Wolves. Pinman, thanks so much for tuning in, and Swansea Union, thanks so much for tuning in. Great win for Swansea on Saturday yesterday lunchtime. I did notice and I did think about you when I saw that victory for the Swans. I need to get some better lights. Doing okay, thank you. Following the GP while trying to solve a killer Sudoku. My dad used to play lots of Sudoku when I was younger. Doesn't anymore. Well, I don't know if he probably still does. Probably still has a go. He used to sit down and do them, and I used to try and do them. And I used to put, when he was gone, I put the wrong letter in I put the wrong number in the wrong hole, and yeah, Jamal Lowe. Always believe in your soul. Yeah, I did see he got both the goals. Really good win for Swansea. I didn't watch it, but I take it there's no fans in the game because they're governed by Wales, right? By Mark Drakeford. So I assume there was no fans, but obviously you know better than me because I didn't watch it, so I don't know. Yeah, I used to do that to him and he used to get really annoyed, which is understandable, isn't it? Because he was trying to play a game and I was annoying him. Is the music loud enough or is it too quiet? Let me know. Yeah, let me know either way.
I found a way.
Sorry, I just accidentally restarted it and it went onto my thing. But yes, yeah, new fans, but players made us proud. Yes, yeah, they sure did. They sure did. I see that one of them was sent off for Cardiff, wasn't he? Bit quiet for me, but fine for me. I mean, I can lift it up a little bit if you want. As long as it's like visible. That's all I really ask for. I want it to be visible. 2-0 to Spurs. Kane and Son scoring. So I'm going to go... I don't know. I do fancy Palace to... I do actually fancy Palace to cause a shock here. And really, really put on the brakes on the Tottenham title charge. So, with that being said, I will go with a... I'll go with a draw. I'll go 1-1. 1-1. Cardiff red. Yeah, I thought it was a red card. We're going up, I reckon. I don't know about going up. I think, from what I've seen, Bournemouth look very, very strong this season. It could be the same three that come down. That would be very, very, very boring if that happened, wouldn't it? That would be exceedingly boring. With Norwich City... top of the league, Bournemouth in second and Watford in fourth place. They don't seem very happy with the manager at Watford, I've heard, which is weird. 2-1 to Tottenham. So you're going for a win. King on charge, thanks so much for tuning in. You would probably go up by playoffs. Yeah, I mean, that's Norwich and Bournemouth and us will do it through playoffs. I guess if you would have the experience from last game, wouldn't you? Because, last season you were in the playoffs and obviously lost. And Brentford are also in the playoff positions, who were there last season as well. So there's some games going on in Europe. Just a few housekeeping rules. Well, I say housekeeping, it's not really housekeeping, but looks like the manager at Borussia Dortmund, Lucien Favre, has been sacked by Dortmund after losing 5-1 at home to Stuttgart. Peter Beadle, Hereford's former manager, has just been sacked by Barnet. But I only know one Barnet fan that's ever come on here, called Gabriel, and he has not been on here for years. So I doubt he'll be popping in and be like, Peter Beadle sacked. But yeah, it's not surprising after that terrible, terrible defeat. I was really, really, really surprised. Really surprised. I remember people thinking Bournemouth would stay down in the Championship because of Howe leaving. I think one thing at Pinman, I think why these three teams are doing so well is they've kept most of their players. Bournemouth, they lost two of their main players, but they had a lot of players who were probably in that, what I call the Dwight Gale bracket of being too good for the Championship, but not good enough, quite good enough for the Premier League. I know he scored yesterday, didn't he? I think he scored yesterday. Do you know what I mean? So, like, people like Dominic Solanke is a perfect case of this. He's probably too good for the Championship. He'll probably score a lot of goals this season, as he already has done. He's scored twice yesterday. However, what I would say is he's not good enough. We've seen how good he is in the Premier League. He has really, really, really struggled to score at all, get on the score sheet at all. So yeah, I kept like a lot of players, which has helped them. We've got the second best defensive record in the whole 4 leagues in England. Spurs have conceded 1 less goal than us and we've played 7 games more. That's really, really good. Really good. So per game, it's by far the best, right? I'm going to put the old headphones in for the game now. So Roma have gone 1-0 up in one of their games. There is fans today. Yeah, there is fans today. Aren't we lucky duckies? It's nice. It's nice having the fans back in the ground. I'm sure you're all appreciating them being round, and they're not making like the greatest noise, but it's certainly better than silence, which is a lot better. A lot better. Yeah, we've kept Pookie quiet. Solanke the top scorer, Armstrong, and David Brooks quiet. I really, really like David Brooks. I think he's quality. I think he'll definitely be back in the Premier League next season. I really do. Really one of my favourite players that doesn't play in the top 6. I really like him. But yeah, that's great news. Great news for Swansea. Certainly got a chance of playoffs at least. Who have you got next time out? Derby County should win that one. That game kicks off at 5:30. Well, I've noticed some of these games kicking off really early. Why are they kicking off so early? And then Barnsley. That's really bad. I saw Barnes' name and immediately looked down the bottom. But no, they're not doing Connor Roberts Cafu. I see somebody. Who was I watching? And there was a Cafu playing. I can't remember who it was. But there's somebody I put the TV on. Cafu was. I'm not sure who it was. Derby on Wednesday. Yeah, should win that. They're pretty poor. Roma have just gone 2-0 up in their game. Edin Dzeko with the goal. And there's also some goals in the women's game as well. Bristol City 0, West Ham 1 in that one. And then Reading 1, Manchester United 2. Just an early kick-off. Dad's fuming. He's missing the game due to work. Yeah, I mean, I work ridiculously early in the morning. But that'd be quite annoying if I didn't. But it is weird. It is weird. Major, thank you so much for tuning in. Tottenham Hotspur have gone 1-0 up in their women's game against Aston Villa. It was Alex Scott with the goal. Alex Scott, wrong person. Alex Morgan even, which I'm sure you've all heard of her. I've certainly heard of her anyway, so I'm sure you have. How are you? I'm doing good, thank you, Major. Thank you so much. How are you doing? You think Sheffield United will get the less points than Derby, 11 to get the worst record? I think they finished on 11, didn't they? So it'd be 10 to beat the record. Surely they'd get more than 10. I did text my dad saying I think they might go down with less points, which would be disappointing for. I'd like them to get enough to just to not be the one of the worst. That's all I really want for them. I don't want them to finish on the record low points. Because was it Paul Jawley? I'm sure none of you know, but I'm sure it was Paul Jawley who was in charge of Derby. They're just taking the knee. Benteke run off, and now he's doing the knee in the wrong half. And the game is underway. If you haven't already, feel free to share this with your friends, or like it, or comment, or whatever. Do whatever you do. I realise that every time I type, it comes up on the screen what I'm typing, so you realise how many mistakes I make. There we are. First half is underway. I'm in tier 2 now. Right, because Scotland's got a 4-tier system, unlike the nice 3-tier system that England have presented. Haven't they? They've got a 4-tier system. I'm not sure on the rules of the tiers. But yeah, I know they're a 4-tier system. I'm currently doing my GCSEs, as some of you know. I'm currently doing my GCSE English, and I got a 6. Now, some of you will know what that is. I believe that's a high B. 6, which isn't bad for like a mock, is it? I think that's quite good. For me, anyway, I think that's really good. Sheffield United are performing like we expected them to perform last season. Yeah, they are. They've... Yeah, they have. They've performed really badly. But having said that, they were amazing. We don't get exams this year. No, that's because I think it's the same in Wales. They're not doing them, which England are, which is good for me because I can get the grade that I want. Do you know what I mean? But if they were to sack it off, you know, I've got a grade 6 under my belt, and in my other mock test I've got a 4. So that would be a high C on average, like a 5, wouldn't it? So that's something. If they were to knock it on the head, or there was a massive lockdown again. I had loads of mock exams last week. I've done good in everything apart from maths. I've done rubbish. I'm quite good at maths, but I can't remember anything. Like, I can't remember anything I did at school, which is really, really bad. So it's all fresh learning. The title race is better this season compared to last season. Everyone was saying Liverpool have won it already 12 games into last season. This season could be between like 7 teams. Yes, it is more open if I just get the standings on. So Tottenham are currently top. Liverpool, Tottenham could win it. Liverpool have got a fair chance of winning it. Southampton won't win it unless a miracle happened. Chelsea might win it. I don't think Chelsea will win it. Leicester, I think they'll take titter away. West Ham, there's no way David Moyes gets West Ham over the line. That would be bonkers. That would be absolutely nuts. Everton, no, I don't think Ancelotti's. I don't think they're good enough. I think Ancelotti's a very good manager, but I don't think he's good enough to be able to take them to the title with the current squad. Manchester United aren't going to win it. City, I think, if they invested heavily and got some players in to make a difference in the January, then they could. But at the moment, there's just no way. So really, I'm looking at the top two, and then anyone below that aren't going to win it. Maybe Sheffield United will win the rest of their games and win it from there. I am on track to pass everything but maths, so I'll take it. That's good. That's good. I know it's not. I know it's like your surname is on Instagram, and it's really hard to pronounce. And similarly, I'm doing. There's a girl in my, I say a woman, really, a woman. She's got like a 16-year-old child, so a woman in my class, in my English class, is also Polish, and she's called Małgorzata, and nobody ever pronounces her name. And one day I learnt her name, and she was really, really grateful. So I'm going to do that from now on. So well done, Stephen. Well done for solving your Sudoku. Here is Ndombele. He is cut out by Milivojevic, and here's Eze, who has been a good signing. Finds Zaha, and they're already breaking away, as you would expect a Crystal Palace side on the Hodgson to do. It pulls it back, goes in, and it's headed back to the goalkeeper by Ndombele. Does very well there. Palace starting a quick breakaway there. I'm on the wrong screen. I have a Coke today instead of a Pepsi. So there is a reason for that. I'm sure you're all desperate to know. I really need to have it on the. So I'm not sure what number 17 is. Klein. Well, I obviously know who he is. Right, here is Dyer. Dyer to Højbjerg, who's been a really, really, really good signing for Spurs. The kind of player that would fit in well with a Mourinho side. I try keeping my brain in good shape. It's only part of me that works well. That's good. It says like to do like that sort of thing. Quizzes and stuff really helps your brain and stops you having dementia and stuff. I know that the diet I'm on really reduces the chance of things like that, but still, it's all good to say. I do a lot of quizzes and stuff. I think Tottenham 2-0 Palace. Still no Bale swear. He's only played 1 or 2 games and got injured again. Yeah, he's not in the side, is he? You're all right. I never even noticed, but now I guess if he's not fit, then he's not fit, and it's good. It's a good sign that they're doing so well without him, and that he's not a key figure. If he's obviously had a lot of injuries over the years. Palace 1, Spurs 3. I'm the only one who's gone for a non-Spurs win, so we shall see. Of course, we shall see. I ordered something for Kelly on the other day, and it's in the wrong size. Now I regret it. And now I need to order another one, but I have to wait until it's come to send it back, which is annoying. Alex, thank you much for tuning in. How you doing? Thank you much for joining the stream. There is Zaha, and the ball is out for a throw-in to Palace. Roma are now 3-0 up in their game. Pellegrini with the goal after 15 minutes. 3-0 after 15 minutes. That is good going, isn't it? Very, very good going from Roma. How are you? Yeah, I'm not doing too bad. Thank you, Alex. How are you? Do you think not having fans yesterday in the Manchester derby made a difference? Never really see them draw 0-0. Yeah, it did a little bit, didn't it? It was a bit drab. It was poor. It was really, really, really poor. Really, really poor. And from what I saw, because I didn't watch all of it, City probably were the better side and they created the most chances, as you would expect. But it was just really naff. It was really, 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 really poor. And, you know, City with a win would have, if they'd gone for a bit more and got that that winner, they'd be on 21 points and they'd be up around the sort of Leicester, and everything would be looking a bit more rosy for them. I don't know why they didn't. They held off a little bit. I don't know. I was surprised when CSKA Sofia beat Roma 3-1. Was that in the Europa League? Manchester Derby was a disgraceful match. Turned it off after 70 minutes. It was really, really, really poor. It was really poor. But I guess if you're desperate not to lose, then 0-0 is a good result, and that is sort of how it seemed to play out, which is really, really annoying. I'm not a big fan of how some of these games play out for sure. Royal Antwerp, who played Tottenham on Thursday, have lost 2-0 to Club Brugge, who are in the Champions League. Same group as IMAG's Zenit St. Petersburg. And Brighton and Hove Albion women are 1-0 down against Chelsea women. Well, could be worse. Could be 15th like Arsenal. Arsenal are really struggling. They need a win. They really need they need to have a few wins, or they're going to be in real bad territory. And if they continue to not be picking up many points, and think they got 3 points against Manchester United, then it would have really look very, very, very bad for Arsenal, which is great. If you're a Tottenham fan and you're tuning in, you're thinking great, because Arsenal are doing really badly, and obviously it makes great viewing on Arsenal Fan TV. I know it's not the same at the moment, but it's great to watch them all implode and argue with each other. Sometimes with Arsenal Fan TV, and I really, really respect the people on there, but I do feel like their reactions are a little bit strange to stuff. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure you know what I mean. I'm sure you're all aware. Poland in the same qualifier group for the World Cup. Who are Poland with? Sorry. I've spoke loads since then. Let me know. Well, it could be the worst, like 15th, like Arsenal. He should have played that versus late Leipzig. Yeah, I mean, that was England. Oh yeah, I have seen England's group. I think it's good for England. It's not very interesting. It's going to be very, very boring. The viewing figures are going to be very down, and no one's going to care until the World Cup. But England should go through, which is great. Which is the first stage of the battle, really, isn't it? Yeah, I watched some of the Leipzig game. For me, right result. And United winning the first two games. Was it the first two games or the first? Yeah, the first two games, wasn't it? They beat PSG away and then hammered Leipzig at home. And I thought, hey, United are going to qualify quite comfortably here out of this group, and one of PSG and Leipzig. And I thought PSG might be the side to go out. But that didn't happen, and it just totally fell apart, losing to Istanbul with Demba Ba going through. It's not great, is it? Especially how delighted they were to qualify for the Champions League. It's all gone pear-shaped. Reguilon tries to play it out wide to Son, but away by Nathaniel Klein. Earlier in the season, when Liverpool weren't doing too good, a supercomputer predicted Liverpool to finish 8th. The thing is, teams have a look at City's start, but I'm sure they'll be in the top 4 come the end. Do you know what I mean? Arteta lost Arsenal that match, played completely into Mourinho's hands. Carrot analysed it well. Yeah, do you see the goal? The first goal was really, really nice finish from Son. But I know Partey came off and it left them a little bit stranded, didn't it? From what I saw. Poland should as well. Yeah, they should, but they struggled, didn't they? Didn't qualify. Was it the World Cup they didn't qualify for? It feels like so long ago, but I feel like we chatted about that back in when the World Cup was. United didn't deserve to qualify. The longer they keep Ollie, the worse it's going to get. I think with Ollie, there is just a sort of like there's not much. You're not going to go. It's not a graph and it's going to go, you're just going to go up a little bit, go down a little bit, go up a little bit, go down a little bit, go up a bit. he might scrape top 4, but it's never going to get any better than that, is it? Opponent qualified for 20. Well, that's weird. What the hell was I talking about? Was it the 22? Did they qualify for the? I must be getting confused. I don't know. Yeah, he was a little bit naive, but he was injured. He was injured. He did come onto the pitch because I saw the angle. And he did come up back on the pitch, but he was so like hurt that he couldn't really do anything, and he probably wouldn't have been able to do anything even if he was stood in the right position, really. So, yeah, I like Van der Beek as well, but I do feel like he's a really, really good player, so I'd like to see him play more. Because I like I said on previous streams, I did see him at an Ajax during that Champions League run, and I thought he's a very good player. I expected him to join De Ligt and De Jong on moving to bigger clubs that season. However, he didn't. He stayed another year and then got the move to Manchester United, which I'm sure he's absolutely thrilled with. I know I would be. Son loses the ball. Well done by Patrick van Aanholt, who's a serial relegation. He's made a lot of teams relegated, is what I mean, including Stoke. I remember the one year. He's got a few teams relegated with like the winning goal. Zaha's shot. Good save by Lloris. Good save by Lloris. Down low to his right hand side. It makes me wonder, when will we have fans back? Away fans back, do you reckon? When will we have away fans back? Because once because they can't have it at the moment, right? I don't think any of us are in any sort of disagreement there. I've been seeing Ronaldo might get swapped for Pogba, but I've seen like 5 years now saying Ronaldo is going back to United. No, I don't think he'll go back to United. It's always the same thing. Every other year, he's going to go back to Manchester United. If he's got any brains, he'll leave well enough alone. That's what I would do if I was in his shoes. If I was Ronaldo and I wanted to go to a different move, I'd probably go somewhere like PSG and try and win them the Champions League or something. I wouldn't. Man United's a very, very, very much a poison challenge at the moment. Johnny, I think, was tuning in. Tottenham deserve a league title. Well, they have been close several seasons, but they've never been able to get over the line. Maybe Mourinho's negative tactics is the person to take them over the line, which would be perfect for them. I'm sure they take a league title any means necessary, especially to Arsenal gone on a long drought without one now. I think 16 years. Good ball to Zaha. Zaha's shot is over the bar. Another chance for Zaha there. Depends how those vaccine performs. Yes, of course it does. I mean, we seem to be rolling it out now, and we haven't really heard much about it, to be fair, since it started rolling out. There was all hype on Tuesday of it going into people's arms, and now tomorrow there'll probably be a lot of excitement, I would say, because of the potential of GPs administering it and nurses at the GPs administering it, which is great. But I would say I don't think there'll be any this season away fans in stadiums. I think it will be next season. I really do. I'd like to see Ronaldo and Messi in the Premier League, though, for different teams. Yeah. I mean, there was talk of Messi coming to City and coming to England this season, which didn't happen, but he obviously fancied the move. But whether now Bartomeu has gone from the presidency at Barcelona, maybe he's more likely to stay, and I haven't known much of it, so he probably will stay. Ronaldo, he might have one more move. But if Messi is fine with how things are, then yes, he'll probably just stay there. Considering Jose's park the bus tactics, Tottenham are only 3 goals from being the league's top scorers. Yes, they've had some really good wins, haven't they? They've scored like several. I remember they went to Southampton, scored 5, didn't they? They went to United. And Dominic shot. Good save by Guaita. Really, really, really good save. The ball came in. He hit it hard and low, and there was a great save from the keeper there. yeah, so top. They had a good win against Manchester United as well as that 5-2, sorry, against Southampton. So they have scored a lot of goals in those two games, which is great. So they are scoring some goals, but particularly, I remember the season that Chelsea won it last under Mourinho. What was the season they won it under Mourinho? Was it 14-15? Yeah, 14-15. Chelsea won it under Mourinho, and they played, I want to say, Spurs, and they got beat fairly comfortably. And after that, he went very, very negative and saw out all the games and won the league that way, which he might do if he was to get a beating over Christmas. He might just go very negative, more negative than he is usually. That might be his plan. Manchester City women have gone 1-0 down against Arsenal women. Aurier's ball in, away by Klein. Reguilon shot. Oh, that was close. Out for a corner. Corporate Secretary said he hopes stadiums will be full by next autumn. I think it'll be next season for sure at some point. I wouldn't be surprised if, like I've said, start of next season I think it'll be full, but it just depends how it goes. If they get it out and as quickly as they want to get it out, then I don't see any reason why they couldn't do it in August. But obviously, he knows more than I do. Either way, it'll be a nice occasion, won't it? Seeing all the fans in their glory. But it'll be really weird though, won't it? Really, really weird. Corner comes in. Harry Kane, great save. Another good save from Guaita. Some of those Arsenal women could probably get in the men's side. Well, if they're good enough. Rapid Vienna have gone down to 10 men. I assume down to 10 men. They might have had a player sent off already. Doesn't say. Wait. Can't wait to hear a huge roar at Pride Park when the teams walk out. What a feeling. Oh, it'd be great. And it'd be amazing at every ground, from Market Drayton to Manchester City or Manchester United, from those levels, it would be absolutely amazing. However, it will be really, really strange being that close to random people again. And I will find it really, really strange. I'd like to see Mbappe in the Premier League. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice to see him in the Premier League. However, if he was to leave PSG, which seems like he probably will at some point, it will probably be to move to one of the Spanish clubs, I would say. He'd probably like to go there, particularly Madrid. But maybe he'd like to go somewhere like Liverpool or City. But I'd fancy him to go to Madrid. But obviously, he might fancy something different. So free kick to Spurs. Milivojevic has got a yellow card. There is Bergwijn, Son and Højbjerg stood over the ball. Højbjerg is not really stood over the ball. He just stood in the area. Can't see him striking it. It is really a bit too far out. They play it. Son, Alderweireld over the ball, over the top and into the hands of the goalkeeper. Mets have gone 1-0 up against Strasbourg. Penalty scored by Dylan Bron, who I've never heard of. Here is Eze. Benteke. McCarver puts the ball in and that is behind for a goal kick. So a still 0-0 looks like Verstappen, I think it is. It's going to win the GP. That's great news. I've said that I've asked this question before and I can't remember what the answer was. But do you support teams or do you support the particular drivers? Yeah, do you support the drivers or do you support the team? I like Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton is vegan, like me. Something I have in common with Lewis Hamilton. However, he owns a burger restaurant in London that I've actually been to, which is very, very nice as well. So, yeah. So I guess for that reason. But he's not very well liked, is he? I'm not sure. I'm not big on it, but I know that I see lots of comments on him, and he's not right. Probably because he's so
open about his, how black people are treated, and there are probably some people who don't like that. But yeah, I've never been a big fan of it. When he burst onto the scene, I always wanted him to win because he was English, or British. But yeah, Regulon, Son, Shetko, Kane shoots from really, really far out, and the really wrong foots the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper goes the wrong way and only realises really, really, really late and puts it into the back of the net, and it is 1-0 to Spurs. Spurs with the goal. Harry Kane with the opening goal. Son gives it to Kane. Kane is really far out, probably about 30 odd yards out. Shoots, and the keeper goes the wrong way and can't put his body back to. Really poor from the goalkeeper. Really poor from the goalkeeper. And it is 1-0 to Spurs. Good start for Spurs. They've had some good chances, and now finally they have opened the scoring. Poor keeping, but a good goal by Kane. Yes, thank you. Do not bottle this, please. It's early days. Plenty of time to go. Nobody likes to win as Michael Schumacher had the same problem. Yeah, I'd probably like somebody that, like on Hell's Kitchen, I'm sure you've heard of Hell's Kitchen, but like I always like somebody that's really weird, and they're always rubbish, and they always go out really really quickly, which is really annoying, actually. Yeah, Guaita, he is a Spanish goalkeeper, and I think they signed him from Getafe. Yeah, they signed him from Getafe, and then before that he was at Valencia as well. He's about 30, he's 30, yeah, 33. I actually think he's quite a good goalkeeper. I really do. I saw him play for Crystal Palace against City one day, a few years ago, and I thought he looked really, really good. I think he saved the penalty in that game, but I think he did. I finally reached 400 subs. Brilliant. If it wasn't offside yesterday for Manchester United, do you think would have been a penalty? Rashford getting clipped on the toe. I didn't actually see that one, so I can't comment on it. But yeah. Well done on reaching 400 subs. I can't actually remember reaching 400 subs, but I think I got them really quickly. But yeah, it's slowed down a lot since. Well done. I'm really, really, really glad for you. And how is the football going as well? Lamea are losing 5-0 at home to Olympiacos. And Willem 2 are losing 3-0 at home to Sparta Rotterdam. And obviously Kane has scored. And Spurs women are 2-1 up against Aston Villa women. Eze puts the ball in. Headed on. Shot from Schlupp is easily into the hands of the goalkeeper. I've started listening to a lot of Ava Max lately. I'm sure some of you younger ones know who I'm talking about. Quite like her actually. Quite like her songs, to be fair. So free kick to Spurs. Bergwijn even has been brought down. My match got cancelled yesterday. But I might be getting moved up to the under-20s. We are on the first round of Scottish Cup. That's really, really good. Under-20s is quite good because you're fairly young, aren't you? So that's really, really good. Dog's absolutely exhausted. Took him for a walk earlier in the rain. So free kick to Spurs. 26 minutes on the clock so far. Going into the 27 minutes, as you can see. Kane and Son stood over the ball. It's not really a position they can shoot, so they will probably just put it into the box and see what they can do from there. Kane actually does shoot and is well wide of the mark. Like I said, I wouldn't be shooting from there. So is there any other games taking place on at the moment? Yeah, Namibia under-20s are losing 1-0 to Mozambique under-20s. wondering if there's any games in like England or anything. No, it's mainly women and under 23s. No, not really. There's got to be some games in Scotland, isn't there, as well? No. Not much in the way of football at the moment. Yeah, it was really poor from Kane. Really poor from Kane. I just thought it was a bit too far out to be shooting, really. I don't know what he was thinking. Might look a bit different from that angle, though. Might look a bit closer. Actually on the pitch. But from where the camera is, I just thought it was far too far out. Yeah, I thought Kane. I know he wants to score goals, and what does that put him on? That puts him on 9 for the season. Wait, that's not. Oh, hang on, I pressed the wrong button. Yeah, that puts him on 9 for the season, or does it put him on 10? I'm not sure. Son's free kick comes in, headed away, headed back in, and away by Ben Teke. Looking for Schlupp, but it will be Lloris to it first, as Olympiacos have now scored a 6th goal against Lamia. And that's nearly up. Time is nearly up in that game, so it will be a Olympiacos win for sure. No Rich Bedford today. I wonder if he's okay. It's raining here. Is it raining with everyone else? Stephen, is it raining with you? I know you're in a different country. Klein. Here is Son. Loses the ball. Zaha gets out wide to Eze. Running forward. Tries to play the 1-2. And is fouled. And it will be a free kick. Yeah, it's raining for me. Rains all the time in Scotland, doesn't it? It's never not raining in Scotland or snowing. Yeah, it's really horrible here too. And we're like poles apart almost. As far as the country goes. Right in the south, and you're in Scotland, so you're much in the north. Eze is stood over this, as is Milivojevic for this free kick for Spurs. It looks like it will be Eze to take. Yeah, really horrible. Really horrible weather. Half an hour gone. It is 1-0 to the visitors. But they do have this free kick. Looks like Van Arnholt's going to go out wide for whatever reason. Taking their time with this. But he is going to hit it any moment. Whistle blows. And it hits the wall. I notice that happens quite a lot. When there's a massive pause in the game, the free kick, it takes just ages, always ends up in the wall. I've noticed that a lot. But Kane heads it straight away. And it was poor, really, from Eze. Klein to take this throw in. Sissoko and Sahar are just having a chat with each other with the referee now, for whatever reason. So how did everyone else's side get on yesterday? Hereford, the team I support, won 2-1 against AFC Fylde. So yeah, so 2-1 against Fylde. Fylde are 3rd in the league, and Hereford were almost in the relegation zone. They were 20th in the league, and they got the win, which I'm really surprised at. So how did Derby and everyone else's teams get on? Let me know. Cahill. MacArthur to Koyate. We drew 0-0 with Stoke. Doesn't sound the most entertaining game. I take it there's no fans there, was there? No, that's not the best start. Are you certain you'll go down, Alex? Oh, really should have scored. Bergwijn went through and had a shot saved by Guaita, and Dombele hit it again, and it went wide off a touch from a player from Crystal Palace, and will be a corner kick. And back who scored? It was Harry Kane, of course. A shot from like 30 yards out, and it wasn't anticipated by the goalkeeper at all, and he ended up going the wrong way and couldn't get back in time to make the save. And Burnley are playing later today. Right, they are playing Arsenal. Got to fancy that. Got to be favourites for that one, haven't you, Major? Against Arsenal. As much as you don't like Manchester United, and Bruno Fernandes scores quite a few penalties, do you think he's a good player? I've never said I don't like Bruno Fernandes. I don't think, because that would be wrong. I don't know if I don't think I've ever said that anyway, not on purpose or deliberately. Yes, yeah, I think he's quite a good player. Yeah, I'd like him in my team. But yeah, he is very, very good. Very good. I really like him. End of the day, if you get a penalty, you can only put it in the back of the net, can't you? So, I'd rather have a player that scores penalties and misses penalties. So, if you get a penalty, it's not just that player just going down all the time, is it? It's going to come from other places. So yeah, I do quite like him. But yeah, I do think he's a good player. And yeah, I'm not going to comment on whether I like Manchester United or not. 2-1 Burnley. I would like to see Burnley win, but I think Arsenal will stop the rot and get 3 points. Atalanta have gone 1-0 up in their game against Fiorentina. And just before half-time, that is now half-time. For those that follow Serie A. Regulon. Shot is blocked. I know it's Regulon, but I always pronounce it wrong. It's really, really frustrating. Really, really frustrating. My hair looks quite nice today, actually. Half-time, Roma are 5-1 up in their game. Bristol City women 0, West Ham United women 1. As well at the break. Dyer plays it out wide. Højbjerg. Regulon. Back to Højbjerg. Plays it to Sissoko. I totally forgot played for Spurs. Really? And it's out for a throw-in to Palace. So overall, first half's been fairly dull in my opinion. There is some more games later. Fulham are taking on Liverpool at 4:30. I'd expect Liverpool to win that one fairly comfortably. And then there's 2 games on at 7:15. There is no game on Monday night because there is Premier League action midweek. So the Premier League games are Arsenal versus Burnley, that is live on Sky Sports, and Leicester versus Brighton and Hove Albion, which is on Amazon Prime Video. Personally, if I had to watch any of them, I'd probably watch Arsenal. But that's just me. I don't see no reason why I would watch Leicester versus Brighton unless I was really, 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 really bored. Really bored. Here is Dyer. We are close to half time now. Kelly finishes work at 3. Hopefully Palace can scam one. I mean, it would be good, particularly for you. Oh, Schlupp is fouled by Sissoko just outside the area, and it's going to be a yellow card. Oh, he's got a nice blue pen, the referee. It's nice. What a nice pen. Sampdoria are 1-0 up against Napoli at half-time in Serie A. I didn't mean you didn't like Bruno. I meant, yes, you don't like Manchester United. Right, okay. But yeah, I think Bruno is good. You ain't going to want to miss a penalty. You're going to want to... Yeah, exactly. You're going to want to score it. So you can only score penalties that you're given, I guess. And he's given a lot, but, you know, they're all fine. But yes, I do like Bruno Fernandes. I'll have a look for you. Ooh, Italy. Who did you ask for? Lazio. No, Lazio don't play today. I'll have a look why. They play yesterday? Or they play... Yeah, they played yesterday and lost 2-1 to Verona. There we are. Yeah, I quite like Bruno Fernandes. I think he's definitely got something good to offer Manchester United. As you all seen, he's made a big difference. So free kick right on the edge of the area. Van Aanholt stood over it, as is Milivojevic. Is really really close to the penalty area. Probably not a lot of room at all. Looks like Ndombele is going to stand behind the wall, or sit behind the wall, as is coming very Van Aanholt. Very it's happening more often, isn't it? Having the player behind. That was a poor free kick. Yeah, very poor. But no, Lazio are not playing. Here is Patrick Van Aanholt. Zaha is foul. Doesn't keep the ball in. Do you rate Pogba? No. Why didn't Eze take that? I don't know. Maybe it's because Eze took the one on the other side, so maybe it's something to do with their natural foot. Do you rate Pogba? I think he's really good, but he's only good when he wants to be. I think he'd be very good in the right team, is what I would say, and Manchester United aren't the right team. They want it, when he was good at Juventus, they had Vidal and Pirlo in the side. Here's Zaha running at the back line. Oh, Schlupp lets it run and there's nobody there. But yeah, he needs to be in the right side with the right players around him, and if he was unleashed or unlocked as every time they've signed anyone in the midfield has been suggested to be able to do that, then yes, yeah, he probably is. But in the Manchester United team, it probably will never work. Milivojevic shot is cleared by Dyer. Van Aanholt. That's poor, and it will be brought away there. Palace will never get relegated, and they will never qualify for Europe. At some point, they will probably go down, but that probably won't be under Roy. But Roy's getting on a bit, isn't he? So he's not going to be around forever, is he? Yeah, he's not going to be around forever. So I guess they'll probably get relegated after. But then again, there's nothing wrong with. I feel like we're thinking, it's annoying how they don't do anything; they just stay. But there's nothing wrong with just staying in the Premier League. That's fine, as long as you're happy. But at some point, they'll probably want something else. They'll probably want someone who can play a bit of entertaining football. But when they went to De Boer and they tried the attacking, playing on the floor football, it completely backfired. So they're probably going to be a little bit pessimistic about doing such a thing, if that makes sense. Schlupp. Benteke. Schlupp. Eze. As a shot. Oh! Lloris gets a touch. Turns it onto the post, I think. Certainly it's the post. I'll have a look. No, it is rust. It just hits the post. Brilliant strike from Vizeh. Almost finds the back of the net, but just wide. If it would have been any further in, it would have probably gone into the back of the net. For you, indeed for you. For you, I'm sure. Don't know why that's open. Lloris plays the ball forward. Milivojevic heads over. Headed back by Alderweireld. Looking for Zaha. Zaha picks it up and keeps it in, but can only keep it in for a throw, and it immediately goes out for a throw-in. So throw-in to Spurs. Wanted to replace the ball now. There's a vitality advert with a little dog on it. With the way things are, teams like Palace to break in, they need to guarantee of big finances to avoid ending like leads. Owners are crucial to the rise and fall of clubs. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. At the end of the day, what's wrong with just being a bang average Premier League team? There's not a lot wrong with it, is there? Like I say, they'll probably get bored and want to play nicer, nicer style of football. But besides that, there's nothing really else wrong with it. You know, you look at Tony Pulis. He kept Stoke up every year, and then they got rid of him and brought in Mark Hughes and got relegated not long after. Same thing happened at Ipswich. I'm sure some of you know Nick, who is the moderator. He is an Ipswich fan, and he wanted Mick McCarthy out. He played a boring style of football, as you all know. Mick McCarthy isn't known for Pep Guardiola football or the football that Jurgen Klopp plays, but he would keep them up, and he would continually keep them up, and then as soon as he went, they got bloody relegated. So yeah, Hodgson will almost guarantee safety, a bit like Big Sam really, and Tony Pulis. Although Tony Pulis might get relegated for the first time in his career. If Hereford played Man City in the cup, would you want Hereford to win? If I'm right, you're thinking you support Hereford. Yeah, I support Hereford. If Hereford were playing anyone in the cup, I want them to win. I like watching Manchester City. I'm disappointed if they lose. If Hereford lose, I'm distraught, but not surprised. You know, I grew up supporting Hereford. Went to all the games, and I love Hereford more than any team in the world. I love any team. Right, half time. Oh wait, no, that isn't actually half time. He just blew the whistle for offside. The grass is never greener. Sometimes it's greener, but it's not greener in no sense. Now, there's examples of teams going to the next level and stuff. Half time, it is 1-0 to Spurs at the break. Well, I hope Hereford gets to the Premier League one day for you, or win the FA Cup. Nice, that would be nice. Be weird seeing such a little team in the Premier League. I'll just be happy to be back in the Football League, to be honest with you, Jay. I really would. I don't understand why people hate boring football. Mourinho has won countless trophies by doing this. Yeah, it's fine, Alex, if it works. Mourinho has won countless trophies, but afterwards, as soon as it starts going wrong, the players turn on him because it's crap. And Mourinho, the fans turn on him because it's crap. It's crap. It's fine if it works for you, but once you're either safe all the time, or not desperate for points or you're not winning trophies with it and you're just sort of there existing, then it's... I mean, would you go and watch... Just say I like Tony Pulis or Neil Warnock, someone like that, was manager of Derby. Would you go and watch if you won 1-0 every week and got promoted and finished champions? Yeah, you go and watch. You go and spend your money. Would you go and watch them if they bloody played out loads of 0-0 draws and had 11 men behind the ball constantly and scraped to 1-0 and you just finished mid-table and you finished about 17th every season? You get bored of it. You wouldn't want that. You wouldn't want to go and spend your money on watching dross if you're not fighting for anything. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's my opinion on it. It's fine if you're up there and you're doing well, but if you're not doing as well as expected or you're doing really badly, then yeah, I quite like Warnock for. Well, there you go. You'd be fine with it. Hey, say what you want, but Warnock could keep Derby up. However, he's busy at the moment with Middlesbrough. Yeah, they are doing really well. I was just saying that. They are doing really well. Which is good. Good for them. There's a Coke truck. On the TV, the Coke advert. Not having that anymore, are we? The thing, it's not coming around this year. I don't think I've ever seen it. Such a big thing for it. He would keep us up, then get us promoted. Classically on Warnock. Yeah, he probably would. That's just what he does, isn't it? Augsburg are winning 1-0 after 32 minutes against FC Schalke. Schalke have had quite a poor start, haven't they? This looks an interesting game. Is that Cyberpunk game? Yeah, it's Cyberpunk. That looks pretty good. I'd probably be rubbish at that, so I won't play it, but no one knows what Rooney Ball will be. No, but I can't imagine it would be anything like that because he's just not played any players like that. Sorry, there is some game managers that rather. Scotland have some games today. Rangers have won 2-1 at Dundee United to go even further ahead of Celtic. 15 points to the lead now. Celtic 0 and Kilmarnock 0. That's just kicked off 6 minutes into that one. Feyenoord have gone 3-0 ahead in their game. Benolo are the team that they're playing. So 3-0 there. I see. I reckon I should be on a Tesco advert. Don't see no reason why they wouldn't have me on now, do they? It's a bit weird of advert, I've got to be honest. I quite like the last year's John Lewis advert. Was like this dragon that got overexcited and would get fire out of its nose and like would melt ice and stuff, and it'd be, oh no, nobody wanted to spend Christmas with him. Quite like that one. Nick, thanks so much for tuning in. Nick, how you doing? Thanks so much for joining the stream. Hope you're doing well. I just watched the adverts for the music. What do you mean adverts for the music? I don't know. Ipswich lost 2-0 against Portsmouth. Disappointing result for you, Nick, yesterday, but still in the sort of hunt for promotion under Paul Lambert. Paul Lambert was given a long contract, wasn't he, if I'm not mistaken? Yeah, background. Oh, all right, I see. Like the... Oops, I did it again on the Tesco advert. Kenneth, thanks so much for tuning in. Getting a bit concerned, Kane scoring again. Do you think he will beat Shearer's record of 260 goals? The answer is depends on if he stays in England. If he stays in England and in the Premier League for his whole entire career, I think he will. Yeah, I think he'll win it. He will score a lot more. So yeah, I really do, Kenneth. I really do, because I don't see any way that he doesn't continue scoring unless he had a serious injury or something. But you know, barring anything like that, and if he stays in England and he doesn't go to he doesn't go to Spain or anywhere like that, then yeah, that's for me. There we are. They always have a show at Xmas over here of the funniest adverts. Nice, that's interesting. They have weird adverts though in America, don't they? They're not as heavily regulated as over here. Fans will stop again in January if lockdown comes again. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. However, if we were to lock down again in January, because you know what we have to think is, if we lock down in January, if we have a whole, just say we lock down on the 10th, then we have the 10th to the 10th of February. We would have cases down from Christmas, and then we'd have a month where we keep it down because the risk would be so high because of the cold weather and things that's where viruses and things like that like to thrive. And then by the time we get to sort of February time, there'd be people fully vaccinated from COVID as well, and then we'd really be pushing for it. So that would be all very, very positive. Come and get your love. So the early game finished 3-0 to Southampton. Southampton won 3-0 with goals from Che Adams, Armstrong, and then a few minutes after he came on, Nathan Redmond settled the scoring in that one. And it was another really poor performance from Sheffield United. 32% possession, just 3 attempts, and none of which were on target, leaving them with 1 point from the opening 12 games. And that point was against Fulham, which tells you everything. And then he would, they're already 6 points behind Fulham, who were in 17th, and that would be survival, which isn't bad, but it is. You need to, Fulham have got a game in hand. Burnley have got 2 games in hand, so Southampton move up to 3rd in the table. Brilliant from the Saints, absolutely fantastic. I saw an advert yesterday here for something called Battery Daddy, a thing to store your batteries. Apparently it holds 180 batteries. Who the heck needs to keep 180 batteries handy just in case? Well, you say that. My mum has like a massive yogurt pot. It used to be like yogurt, and then she washed it out and she puts batteries in there, like AA and AAA and stuff. And then she gave me one, so we have a battery thing. So yeah, I have a pot of batteries. Yeah, you laugh now, but how annoying is it when you need a battery and there's none? Burnley has a game in hand versus Manchester United, so they have 3 solid points there. Definitely do. We should be heading towards half time. Half time being up, rather. Some will score 2. Brain time, I think I'm tuning in. Like I said, I went for a draw in this one. I really did. So I'm still expecting them to do something different. Delivery was now delivering to my area, which is good. Exciting. Man United versus Leeds next weekend, maybe Fountain Stadium. The review's next this week, isn't it? I can't see them putting Manchester back into Tier 2. But what do I know? I don't think there'll be much movement. I really don't. Do you think... Yeah, I really don't think that they'll move them. I just don't see how that would be viable. But maybe they will. Like I said, I think they'll be quite stringent on the really tough rather on the rules, just because it's coming up to Christmas. So I think they're gonna be really tough. So I'm not expecting too much movement. I know that where I live is Tier 2. A lot of the places have in this county in Devon have so many places that have such low cases. However, it is in Tier 2 probably because of Exeter and Plymouth, which are cities and have universities, which would cause a lot more people to test positive, and obviously colleges and stuff as well. But without those two cities, definitely Tier 1 for Devon. Lascelles will come on and win the game, and Spurs will win. Like I say, I just think Palace are usually good in these games. Are Spurs worth their lead at the moment? They've had some good chances. The keeper's made a couple of good saves. He did balls up a little bit on the goal, but he has made a few good saves as well. We have had a few new subscribers. Thank you for everyone who's hit the subscribe button since we started. I really do appreciate it. Ooh. I just realised I go home soon. I go home next week. Not next week, the week after. 23rd I go home to see my mum, see my gran, and see my sister as well. So that's exciting. I haven't seen them for a long. I haven't actually seen my gran since since February, which is a long time. My mum I saw in October for the first time since March. What did you think of the Manchester derby yesterday? What I saw of it, it was very poor. Very poor. And I really am glad that I didn't watch all of it. Yeah, I watched some of it and it wasn't very good, was it? And I think sometimes this game wasn't even like built up, because I remember, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Sky used to really build up the Manchester United Liverpool game for like a few seasons. They build it up as this massive game, and there'd be fans there the night before, and they'd be like influencer fans, and they'd make a massive deal out of it, and then it would just be crap. Yeah, I bet you were pleased with it. But for City, really poor. They should be trying to win that game, because they need to try and catch up, really, if they want to win the title. Are you doing the Arsenal match? No, I usually just do one match. I usually do one match a day, really, over the weekend. So no, I won't be doing it. Is what I mean. Yeah, I only do one a day. Usually, I didn't do a stream yesterday because my girlfriend was off work, which is very rare for Saturday. So we went bowling, went to Wetherspoons, and wrapped some presents and stuff like that, which is fun. United were bad as well. It was strange. Yeah, they were bad as well. It was just rubbish. Like those games that they constantly say we're going to be really good games, that they never bloody are. I haven't put a capital on second. I need to put that further. You doing any games in the week? I do really, really struggle in the week because I'm always so tired. However, we are starting to finish a little bit earlier. I'm going to say probably not. I'm going to say probably not because I don't want to let anyone down. I might do, but I don't want to let anyone down. So maybe not. You know, because it is time. I'm hoping to change jobs at some point next year. But if I can't, I'm just going to stay there. But as I said at the top of the show, I have got a 6 in my GCSE English, which goes to show that I'm not as dumb as I seem on camera. What about this? The Liverpool Spurs match is the one that I might do. I have Amazon Prime, but I'd have to work out how to, because I don't want it, like the commentary and stuff to. I could have like the crowd noise though, can't I? That'd be quite interesting. But then again, how would I? I don't know. I'll think about it. Hi, Granger. Thank you for tuning in. How are you? Tottenham winning the league. The team is too good. I'm doing good, mate. How are you? And Tottenham winning the league potentially. I think they're one of about 3 that I think will win the league. However, I'm still firm on Liverpool will win the league. Eze. Van Aanholt is keeping in. He does keep it in just about. Though the entire season is strange, everyone but Spurs have concerns, but all are all in okay places in the table. It's been a strange season completely because we've had some really odd results. We've had teams going places I'd never expect them to get wins. Do you know what I mean? It's been a weird one. Maybe like just a normal 9-to-5 job would be better for me. I don't know. Because I do really struggle. It's just such long hours. Not long hours, such early hours. I fell asleep today. I meant to get up at 5:30, and I fell asleep again, and the alarm went off at 20 to 6, and I was like, oh no. But I did get there just in time. And it was raining as well, which is nice. Real Betis have gone 1-0 down at home against Villarreal. Pau Francisco Torres with the goal. There. Liverpool will win the league. I think it will be much closer, win it by 6. Yeah, it'll be closer. It'll be closer for sure. But I do still fancy them to win the league. We might win a domestic cup. I mean, I'm not sure it's that much of a weird season, Pinman. I got confused then, but having a title race with Spurs feels strange. Well, it shouldn't feel strange because they were quite close in a few seasons, weren't they? 15-16 they were close when Leicester won it. I think they were close when 14-15 was it when Chelsea won it. Of his barking and sleep. So yeah, it shouldn't feel strange, but it's different because Pocher's no longer in charge and it's Mourinho. It's hard because I quite like Spurs, but I don't like Mourinho. One season we were in the title picture for like 3 weeks. And then there was talk of them out. Do you remember that? I'm sure you were talking about the same season when City won it on 98 points and Liverpool finished on 97. And they were talking as if it was a three-way title race with Spurs for a while, and then they lost to Wolves alone at Wembley. I'm sure you remember. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. That's the season. Yeah, they were. and then it all petered out. I don't know why they come to that conclusion. If they keep Kane and Son fit this season, they will. I mean, I don't know about you, but there's usually a big injury at Spurs around February time. The last few seasons there's been Kane's got injured or Son's got injured. Do you know what I mean? I remember Kane getting injured a few seasons ago and having a real detrimental impact to the side. So, you know, if they can keep everyone fit, I still fancy Liverpool. I still fancy Liverpool to win the league. And I've said that from the start, and if it doesn't, then everyone will be like, you said Liverpool to win the league and Spurs have won it, or Southampton have won it. But yeah, not Spurs in a race for league, but no idea of them and us together. Liverpool Spurs games mattering is a new thing to me. You're right. I can't remember that. I don't think it's ever happened in my lifetime, either, definitely. Imagine not winning the league on 97 points. I'm pretty sure... Well, actually, I wasn't going to. I was actually going to say this, but Hereford, the first season I watched them, finished on 92 points. It was a 42 game season, and they finished on 103 goals. They won 7-1 twice, and they won 9-0 once. And they finished 1 point behind Chester, and this is a playoff situation, right? So playoffs. So Chester would finish on 93 points, get promoted. I think it was 93 or 92, and Hereford finished on. I think it was 93 they finished on, and then 92 Hereford finished on. 103 goals, best footballing side by a country mile. They finished about 20 points ahead of everybody else, right? And they get knocked out to Aldershot in the semi-finals. I was absolutely bloody heartbroken. I was only 8. I was heartbroken. But and we didn't get promoted, and then the next season we finished second again and lost in the playoffs again in the semi-finals, that time to Stevenage. And then the next season, guess what happened? We finished second again in the National League, or then was the conference, and this time we played Morecambe in the semi-finals, and my dad was there and my uncle was there as well, and they were watching the game. And it was 2-2. The goals were pretty quick, and it went to extra time. And my dad said, "Oh, we just don't look like scoring. We just don't look like scoring." And then a minute later, Giapua, who's my favourite ever Hereford player, scored to make it 3-2. And we went into the playoff final, and then we went 1-0 down, and I felt like we wouldn't get into it. And then they went... we got an equaliser through Andy Williams, who is now at Cheltenham, I want to say. And then they went 2-1 up right at the death, like about 80 minutes gone. And everyone else was like deflated. And you read the forums and they're like, oh, we had it. But I must have been the only Hereford fan in the stadium who thought we're going to get back into this. And then the ball comes in, and who's there? Giapua, my favourite ever Hereford player, to make it 2-2. And then Ryan Green scored in extra time to make it 3-2. And we won promotion back to Football League. But that was nice. That was 3 seasons to finish in second, and I've really gone off topic. Does Son still have to play in that Asian competition for South Korea? So they won it, didn't they? I think it was the South Asian Cup, was it? Or some Asian Cup, and they won it. I mean, instead of doing 2 years of military service, he only had to do 6 months, which he did. Or 6 weeks. Something like that. And he did it over the lockdown, which worked out well for him, really well. I'm glad for him that he's done that, because that would be horrible if he had to go out and do some military service. I know that I've spoken about this before, but I can't get on board with people having to do military service. Makes no sense, and I know that I had a thing saying, I know this is weird, but I actually got called for jury service the other day, but I no longer have to do it because it would just be too much of a struggle for me to do it because of my autism. Anyway, that's happy. It was a really happy ending. Really happy ending. Come on, Palace. You're 55 minutes in. We're 10 minutes into the second half already. The ball comes in. Headed away. Here is Van Arnholt to bring the ball forward again. Plays a nice 1-2. Finds Benteke to Eze. Plays out wide. This is nice. Oh, Zaha tries to bend it in and can't. Chris, thanks so much for tuning in. Chris Welsh, thanks so much for tuning in. How you doing? Thanks so much for joining the stream. I notice everything. I like a well pour of information. Palace playing nice stuff. They are playing some nice stuff, to be fair. Well, I mean, I'm not sure about nice stuff. That was a nice move. Nice move from Palace. I've seen Palace play. One of the few sides in the Premier League that I have actually seen play. I've obviously seen City play. Leicester I've seen play against Hereford. In the same league as well. I've seen Man City play. I've seen Villa play. Palace, Leeds against Hereford in the same league. Brighton against Hereford in the same league. And West Brom I've seen play as well. I've seen Southampton as well. I'm not sure if I said them. Christian, where's the goal Benteke is playing, is he? He scored a couple of... He's definitely scored one last week, if not two, against West Brom. So he's back in the goals. I think he scored one. Hope Hereford come up. It would be nice, however, I'm really fearing relegation this season. I think what we've done is really cut back and try and put our eggs into just staying up. There's two worse teams than us, which isn't a bad idea if it works. Blythe are going to go down because they're absolutely nowhere near the standard. And then from there we can try again next season, if that makes sense, for sure. You'd think Spurs would try and dominate. This is how Mourinho plays. They have got the ball at the moment. Who do you think are nailed on certainties to get relegated, the bottom three now or someone else? I said a few weeks ago it would be Sheffield United, West Brom and Fulham. I stick by that. I think Sheffield United's... I could put a lot of money on there. They're not going to get out. However, if they appointed Big Sam, then I'd have to really find a common ground there, because I always say Big Sam will keep him up. For sure. So, yeah, for me, they're definitely down. West Brom, I think, will go, and Fulham, I think, will go down as well. Hope Hereford come up. Sheffield, West Brom, Burnley. So you think Burnley will go down? Major will not be happy with that. Carlisle automatic promotion places get their contract extension for Beach. Right. Because I kept a bit more of an eye on it this time. I don't know why. I think it was because I was wrapping presents and I was really bored. But a great win over Stevenage. Oh, look at that. Newport, Cheltenham and Forest Green, all of Hereford's rivals. I mean, Forest Green is really stretching the old rivalry there. But all in the top four. Carlisle as well there as well, next to my hometown, well, my current hometown as well, in 5th place. Getting some new trainers for my birthday. Christmas rather, I'm looking forward to it. I don't think Sheffield United are down yet. They need to get a win very soon. They do need to get a win very, very soon. But I'm really worried about them. I'm really worried about them. They will win a game, definitely. All right, pal, how's you? I wanted Spurs to lose, lol, but you look rough. Have you got a cold? Must just be the lighting, dude. Must just be the lighting. I'm very... That's a bit better, isn't it? It's just the lighting. I don't know why. Every time I go back, and I'll come forward and it'll be nice and bright, and then it'll go red again, and I don't know why. Not sure why. But yeah, I'm fine. Liverpool team news: Alisson, Arnold, Matip, Fabinho, Robertson, Henderson, Wijnaldum, Jones, Salah, Firmino, and Mane. Interesting. Jones is starting. Very nice. Always like to see a youngster start. Me, just how I am. That sounds really weird. That could be taken out of context. I feel like when I'm like, if I ever have a channel that's like big, really, really, really big, then I feel like there'll just be like no context mic, and it would just be awful. Because I'll say stuff. You know how like I go on random tangents about stuff, and somebody will ask me about anything, and I'll answer it. That's literally going to be me in a few years. That's better, mate. Thank you. Are you doing? No, because I need to cook tea. We're having a roast dinner tonight. So yeah, no stream. But I did this one. I didn't do a stream yesterday. I'm sure some of you noticed, because I was with my girlfriend, because she had a day off, and we went bowling and went to Weatherspoons, as I previously mentioned. Kelleher. Oh, Allison's in goal. Nico Williams, Phillips, Kane, Minamino, Chamberlain, and Origi. Can I just say that bench is really, really, really poor. Like Chamberlain, obviously Origi, but the rest of them. It's not like if you need a goal, that's not the greatest bench in the world, is it? However, we play at Fulham, so I'm sure you'll be all right. Because Naby Keita is injured. Not sure. I'm sure Chris will know. If you haven't checked out Chris on YouTube, feel free to go and check him out. He does a lot of content on the Premier League and his beloved Carlisle, as well as darts as well. And GP as well. Jota out for 2 months. I did see he'd been injured. Yes, Alisson's back in goal, but there is a player we need back, and it's Virgil van Dijk. I mean, I feel like you'd have run away with the league if Virgil van Dijk was still in bossing the back line. However, did concede 7 to... I need to get closer. That's better, isn't it? Klopp was stupid to pick first team players on Wednesday in a meaningless game. If I'm not mistaken, was that the game where they drew? Was it 1-1? I don't think you're going to need Van Dijk today. No, I don't think so. Just found your show by chance on YouTube. Enjoy it. Thanks for your support. Kenneth, I support Hereford, who play in the National League North. They are the best team in the world, which is why they play in National League North. They're like a local team to me, so that's why I support them. Yeah, so I support them because they're a local team to me. Well, used to be, not anymore. Minamino is improving. I'm not sure. If you're looking for a goalie, you're not bringing on Minamino, are you? I thought so, Chris. I thought so. I'm glad you're enjoying the show, by the way, Kenneth. I really appreciate the kind words. All around the world, la la la. You're just not bringing on me, which is fine. Which is fine. It's just the bench isn't very, very strong. Is what I'm trying to get at. Ball comes in, up in the air, and there is Bergwijn to get it away for Spurs. Shut my jumper. Who put up my jumper? In fairness, Liverpool don't often need a goal. No, but if they were to go behind to Fulham, do you know what I mean? Yeah, great. Has he been back from another injury, Chris? Because it feels like he's always injured. He had that big injury. Did he get injured around the time when you... See, he had that big injury season you won the Champions League? Or the season you finished runners up in the Champions League? I don't need Van Dijk back for this game, but it would be good for the Xmas period there. It should be alright, shouldn't you? Should be alright. He's injured in pre-season. Doesn't have much luck, does he? Doesn't have much luck, which is really, really a shame. It's a shame when you see these. I think half is blown off. See these players who just are riddled with injuries. Eze's ball in straight into the hands of Lloris. Just riddled with injuries. Brest have gone 2-1 up, and Steve Mounier, who used to play for Huddersfield, has scored. I assume it's the same one because he came from France, so I assume it's the same one. Okay, Mark. Hoiberg. Do you know, a lot of my streams get demonetized straight away. So I literally do this just for the fun of it. Liverpool are having a bad time with injuries. Just seems to be getting worse. I didn't know Jota was injured. But they've had a lot of really nice. And Dombele does a Rabona out to Regulon. Or Regulon. And yeah, it doesn't look like he's going to. Oh, he's played it back. Sissoko. And Dombele. Højbjerg puts it wide. Yeah, I think because Jota is injured, you can really see a gap in that subs bench. No, well, la, la, la. You know, someone like Shaqiri would beef it up. So many injuries. Just looking at this list. There's Thiago, Gomez, Jota, Milner, Van Dijk, Shaqiri, Milner. Hang on, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 knee injuries. Why did you get into mine? I have no idea. I have no idea. I have absolutely zero clue. The only thing I can think of is I sometimes talk about COVID. But that can't be it, surely. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's just a bit annoying. Just a bit, yeah, it's a bit annoying, but besides that, it's fine. I would sign a defender and a striker better than Origi. I love Origi, club hero, but his time is up. Yeah, I can understand that perspective for sure. Don't know why I keep going like I'm gonna try and sort out my thing. But yeah, hang on. Right, there we are. Yeah, he's fine as a he's fine as a backup. Don't know. He's fine as a backup, but I think this is a little bit harsh. But I think he's a bit like what's the word I'm looking for? Like lauded because of what he did in the Champions League, if that makes sense. Because of the quick timing of that goal against Barcelona, and because he scored in the final, he's now lauded as you know. If that wouldn't have happened, he wouldn't be at the club anymore. I don't think, because I don't think he's good enough really. Better than Crapazette. What happened? I went to the loo. I was just sorting out the lights. All around the world, la la la. Milivojevic's free kick comes in. Benteke with a head on. Schlupp! Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. The career mode with Sheffield United signed Origi and he was amazing. So you're wrong. I'm pretty sure that's a different standard. Oh, he's made a right hash of it. Ball comes in, it's headed on by Benteke, headed back by MacArthur to Schlupp, who just makes a right hash of it and puts it into the stand. Anything was better than what he did. Anything was better than what he did. Klopp loves him. Yeah, I'm sure he does, but you can't have people around who aren't good enough. I mean, maybe he is for you, but he just certainly isn't for me. Eze. Puts the ball in. Zaha. Oh, well done. Very well done, Regulon. Mourinho should be on the sideline yelling at his players to give the ball to Benteke and chance of him scoring then. I mean, he scored the other day. It's not like he's due one though, is it? Yeah, he scored the other day. Free kick to Palace. Palace is starting to take control of this. Do you think the lack of crowds have caused all these strange results in the Premier League? Man City seem to have Lost the plot this season there. Fall from grace is frightening. Yeah, I do think it's played a part in it for sure. I think City, I've still, they're really, Milivojevic is shot. Eze. Aurier does well. I feel like with City, they lost Company, who's a massive character, probably like a big figure in the dressing room. You would imagine, wouldn't you? I'm not wrong in that. And then they lose David Silva, who I would imagine is a big figure in the dressing room for different reasons. I would imagine he's very well respected. I would imagine I don't know, but I would imagine he's very softly spoken, but gets his point across, if that makes sense. And I don't think that they've replaced those big personalities, all those very much lauded, interesting, those people, they very well respected people, with anyone, if that makes sense. Like, this is just Aguero now, and no one, Fernandinho to a certain extent, but they haven't replaced him. This season could be very perplexing. On paper, they should be top or near the top. Yeah, you're right. Reguilon is fouled, and it will be a free kick. Looks like it was that Schlupp? Yeah, it was Schlupp. So yeah, it is really weird. But if they were to win the Champions League, which they won't win, then everything would be fine. However, what I would say is Pep signed an extension. So if they were to fail to win the league again, which I think is very likely, if they were to fail to win the Champions League, which I'm almost certain of, if they were to even fail to win any of the trophies, which I think is probably unlikely, they probably will win the League Cup or something. Probably win the League Cup. Oh, Lo Celso puts in the free kick. Dyer with a free header and puts it wide. Really poor that. Should have done better, but it's really poor from them as well. All over Spurs here. They are starting to look quite good. Good Palace. They just can't make a decision, make a goal out of it. So when they have no fans, right? I mean, they had more fans in attendance than Liverpool last season, but okay. Rivaldo has come on for Milivojevic. What a lovely hairdo. Bergwijn. It is really it is really weird how it's affected. But maybe when the fans come back and it doesn't affect them, then maybe it just goes to show that it isn't actually a problem with the fans. It's just a problem they're having a crap season. Yeah, maybe they're just having a crap season and that's sad. The mighty are falling over Real, Barcelona, Man City, PSG, even Juventus somewhat. I mean, I wouldn't quite go to that extent. Barcelona definitely. City, PSG, okay. And Real Madrid are okay as well. Not sure. I've not actually looked at the Serie A table for ages. So you could be totally right on them, but I will have a look. Yeah, Juventus are struggling as well. That is interesting. However, they will probably go on and win the title like they always do. And BeIN level on points with Leipzig. That, I mean, we haven't seen Leipzig win the title yet, but that's something that could happen. Yeah, Real were a game from going out. You are right, but they did get over the line. However, what I would say is they got a win over Atletico Madrid last night in the La Liga. And they probably will... I'd like to see Sociedad win it, just for someone different, totally wild. Borussia Dortmund had a terrible defeat in at the weekend against, was it Stuttgart, did I say? Stuttgart. And now are 5th in the table. 5 points behind Bayern Munich and Leipzig. And they've sacked their manager now. Well, and then they've lost to Zenit as well. Did they lose to Zenit as well? No, they beat Zenit. But yeah, they haven't been doing too good. Even Bayern didn't win yesterday. Yeah, I did see that they drew. I saw on Reddit that they had an amazing save right at the end at Union Berlin to prevent them going 2-1 down. So all around. But yeah, it was some bizarre games yesterday. We are 14 minutes away from stoppage time. If you haven't already, feel free to hit a like on the video and subscribe if you are new. We are 1 subscriber away from 4,810, which would be pretty cool. Halftime, Celtic and Kilmarnock is 0-0 at the break. It's got to be, if they don't win that, it's got to be time up for Neil Lennon. Surely. He's just not good enough. I don't think. Have you ever been to a football game yet? Because they are letting fans in. No, I don't feel. Taha puts the ball in, away by Højbjerg, and as far as Van Arnhout puts the ball in, takes the deflection, and will be a corner to the hosts. Just subscribe. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. No, I haven't, Elizabeth, just because it would be really hard to get a ticket because of fan. But I feel like I don't support any teams in the area that I live in. As you know, I live in Devon, so it's unfair if I go and watch Torquay when they're. I don't know how many fans they get and if the tickets are available and stuff. But yeah, does that make sense? I want a Torquay fan to go and watch their side before I do. But Teke's header, just over the bar, onto the top of the roof of the net. Really close there, Benteke, to getting an equaliser. Come on, Palace, 2 late goals. I was surprised. I thought that was in there. They're playing really well. Why is everyone hating Spurs? I think that a lot of them want. Some of them are Liverpool fans, so they obviously want Liverpool to win the title. And I'm not sure. What are the odds? Yeah, Benteke. He's a dangerous player in the box. MacArthur, Riedveld, Klein, Schlupp. Does really well. And that's another corner kick. It's more dangerous in the Palace box. I was just thinking that. Spurs are really poor this half. They haven't played very well in this half at all. They seem to think that solitary goal will be enough to see them over the line. Eze to take. I'm going to go from the score here. I'll even say it will be Benteke. Just to annoy Stephen. And it comes. It's up in the air. Benteke! Oh, I was almost right. Straight at the goalkeeper, the header. Almost right. I need to start predicting weird stuff. I'm not hating on Spurs. I just want Man United to win the league. I know, fat chance. I mean, I wouldn't worry about it at night. I think he should have scored there. I think he should have done better. I think it was a little bit hard, but I think he should have done a little bit better. So Haas ball in and away by Regulon. With my football team. My team are playing Newcastle. I'm surprised we have 17 points low. The football is abysmal. Right. So I'm really confused. So your team is Newcastle, or your team is playing Newcastle? So your team is Leeds. I'm not. Who do you support anyway? Let me know. I want Liverpool to lose as well. I think we all want Liverpool to lose. I think he should have scored there. He should have done better, shouldn't he? But like I said, I didn't. Yes, Newcastle. Nice, because Hereford beat Newcastle in 1972 on the 5th of February and after extra time. It's on live on the BBC. I'm sure you don't really know what I'm talking about, but it's the biggest thing to ever happen to our club. SH free kick comes in. Oh! Goal! I think it's Schlupp. Schlupp has scored from the free kick, and Palace have equalised. And the fans, there's no social distancing. It's all gone nuts. And the steward is trying to do his best to try and get them away. Really nice moment. Really nice moment. And Jeffery Schlupp has scored. And they're all in their masks. And this bloke's celebrating, but he can't see because his glasses are steamed up. 1-1 Jeffery Schlupp. Looks like they're all on side. Looks like there's no problem there. Lloris doesn't get any sort of conviction on it. Jeff thinks much tune in. And it lands at the feet of Schlupp, who puts it in. 1-1. Wow. Nice. It was nice. It was nice to see a good fan reaction. They're all singing now. Reminds me of my frosted lens. They deserve that. Spurs abysmal, definitely. I do know who you mean. Days of Supermac. Yes, him. Yeah, you know exactly what I mean. It was. I've watched it many times. I see it every. I'm sure you watch it on the intros of like every FA Cup thing ever. There's the goal. One of the goals. Palace still time to get a winner, says Stephen. Yes, definitely still time. Malcolm McDonald. Yes, Malcolm McDonald was at Newcastle when Hereford beat them. This is why I never predict a win for Spurs. Dele Alli is coming on for Spurs. Not sure if free kick to Spurs. Top player for his day. I mean, I don't know a lot about him. I just know that he said he scored 10 and they lost. Ronnie Radford, I think. Yeah, he scored the equaliser. That goal that you see every time on the FA Cup. So Kane to take this free kick. Kane to take. Well, it takes a deflection and it's just wide, and it will be a corner kick to Spurs. So it will be a corner kick. Schalke have equalised against Augsburg. So here's some changes. Dele Alli is coming on and Davis is coming on. Reguilon is coming off for Davis. And Dele Alli will be coming on for Bergwijn. I remember Alan Clark's diving header to win the 1971 FA Cup final. A little bit before my time, really. I don't even know who that is. But I'm going to be talking about when Patrick Vieira scored the winning penalty against in Arsenal versus Manchester United in 2005. And I'll be like, oh, I watched that and I remember him scoring. And I was just like, who's Patrick Vieira? Leeds striker. Because Leeds were good back then, weren't they? Zaha! Eze! Out wide! Oh, there's Dele Alli, the best defender in the world there. Benteke with his arms open as if he would score. Arsenal, nice. First FA Cup I remember game was Manchester United versus Southampton. I think it was 2003. I watched it when I was on holiday in Butlins. In Minehead, which is weirdly not too far away from where we live now. Interesting. Played for Arsenal. Blades playing Man United on Prime. I mean, it's going to be a tough one, right? Isn't it, Jeff? Corner comes in for Spurs. Kane tries to get the header, but Guaita is there. He looks like he's picked up a little knock there. Liverpool, please lose to make my life better. Lenny, thank you much for tuning in. I'm doing well. How are you? Thank you much for joining the stream. 75 West Ham versus Fulham sticks in the memory. Well, that's a strange fight. We wouldn't get that final now. Oh, Aurier! Oh, Kane! Oh, it's saved and away by Van Aanholt. They're still coming at it. Lo Celso. Foul. I'm doing good, thank you, professional gun. Great, the ball comes in. It's from Ben Davis, and it hits the bar just at the start of there before the Aurier chance. It's all happening. All happening now. Spurs are really, really trying to get it. And I hate to toot my own horn, but who was the only person who said that Palace would get something out of this game? Me. I said it'd be 1-1. Now what's the score? 1-1. Some people are calling me a genius. Others are calling me a hero. Spurs won't win the league. They can't win away like this. This is tough, though. I disagree. This is a tough game. Palace is a tough team to play. Mike the heroic genius. That's me. That's me. That's literally me. That's how everyone describes me. My girlfriend's like, oh, Mike, you're a heroic genius. Still think Blades will stay up. I just can't see it, Jeff. I can't see any way in the world they stay up. They're a long way off it now. Aurier's ball in, and there is the keeper as always. He's had a good game. Besides that goal, he obviously did better. He's made some really, really good saves. No, I really, really, really think that was struggle. 73, Sunderland versus Leeds. Great final. I hate to say it. A year later, my team, Newcastle, got destroyed by Liverpool. How did they do in the 1972? There we go. Jokes. But it's interesting. Because Newcastle, I don't think I've ever been to a cup final in my lifetime. I remember them being in the Championship twice in 09, 10, and then like a few years ago as well. You're all talking about stuff that before I probably was even born. Eze is coming off. So Eze is just making way with 2 minutes to go. Alfie is asleep. Andros Townsend is on now. Probably the big loser of Eze coming out. I mean, Eze is such a good player, but he's probably thinking, oh, I'm really missing out. My dad know what you're talking about. Definitely. I'm doing good, Lenny. I did respond to you, but yeah, I'm doing well. How are you? Not got long left. Good game. Second half's been a lot better. Palace have been a lot better in the second half, and then they finally got the equaliser. And those great scenes in the stand, and then Spurs have had to try and get the winner, and they've been really trying to get the goal, but it hasn't happened for them yet. I don't think it will. Great, thanks in here. Yeah, I did, definitely did. But glad you're doing okay, dude. Hope you're doing well. See, Germany's going into a lockdown, or going. I saw something, but I didn't. I just clicked off it because I was at work. Yeah, I did say 1-1. I was just saying how much of a heroic genius I was. Quite like Selhurst Park. I've never been, but I will go. Got in and missed the whole show. That's okay. I haven't seen you for a few weeks. 4 added minutes. 4 minutes to save themselves. Get in. Great stuff. But Dyer gives it away. MacArthur. He gives it away. Spurs pick it up with Davis. Davis goes long. Koyate will deal. As will Klein. He goes long. Dyer chests it down. Højbjerg picks it up. He's fouled by Townsend. Takes it straight away. Here it's Sissoko. Aurier. Spurs score. I know. Goal. Definitely. Højbjerg. To Dyer. We are into the first minute is almost up. And it is up now. Dele Alli is fouled. That is right on the edge of the area. Well, probably about 20 odd yards out. And it will be a free kick to Spurs. Really, really unnecessary challenge. And will be a free kick to Spurs. This will be big. The Manchester Derby, I will hide your message, but Swansea Union said Manchester Derby was one of the worst yesterday. Players hugging, talking. It's a derby. You're not meant to be hugging. You're meant to be supposed to be kicking the crap out of each other. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm not really sure I buy into this really, because these players most of them aren't born in Manchester, don't really care, aren't Manchester United fans. So it's 4 added minutes, Pinman. So they're not going to care as much as most of them do. And now it's going to be Eric Dyer. Players are like react differently to that sort of thing. Eric Dyer. Oh, world-class save. World-class save from the keeper, Guaita. Absolutely brilliant. Right, it was literally in the postage stamp. What a save. What a save. Ball comes in. Corner kick. Dele Alli battling. He puts it up in the air. They're going to head it away, but they've made a bit of a mess of it there. They were calling for handball there. Brilliant save. Højbjerg, Lo Celso's ball in behind for a corner to Spurs. Oh, it's fantastic. It's getting it. The ball comes in. It's headed away. We have one final minute. Yeah, really, really class. Here is Dele Alli. Lo Celso. Alderweireld back to Davis. Davis's ball in. Headed on by Aurier. It's going to be headed away by MacArthur. Only as far as Dyer. Lo Celso. Dyer wins the header. It's going to be away by MacArthur. Is that he's going to keep that? He's not going to keep that in. He's going to give himself the throw in. Højbjerg throws it, and it's immediately back out for another throw in. Yeah, but I don't think that's the norm. I think we've moved away from that culture, and I think the old, people just want it to be like that forever. Do you know how we've moved away from a lot of things in the past? We're moving away from that sort of thing, and it's not necessarily the game's gone soft. The game's just in a different thing. These people don't hate each other. Lo Celso's free kick. This is going to be the last chance. It's really poor and headed away. And there we go. It is full time. Palace 1, Spurs 1. Kane opened the scoring after 23 minutes. And then Schlupp at 81, right at 10 minutes from time. Schlupp got a last touch, and the goalkeeper, Guaita, has played absolutely fantastic. He's made some top-notch saves today, including that one from Eric Dyer right at the end. And great point for Palace. I predicted a 1-1. So Palace move up, and Spurs remain top. However, they have only gained a 1 point advantage, with Liverpool probably going to go top tonight. Thank you so much for everyone who's tuned in. I really do appreciate it. Professional Gun, Lenny, thank you so much for tuning in. Jeff, thanks so much for tuning in. Pinman, thank you so much for tuning in. Sponty and everyone else who's tuned in, I really do appreciate it. Alex, thank you so much for tuning in as well. And I really do appreciate it. If you did enjoy it, leave a like and subscribe if you are new. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Mike, and I will see you soon. Stephen, thank you so much for tuning in as well. And I will see you soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again.